All right, what I got here is a tool that I think anybody who's doing 3D printing, it'll change the game. It'll really change how you do everything. And it feels like a piece of sci-fi equipment. It really does. And yet, at the same time, it's kind of not. You're going to have to decide whether the price on this can be justified with what you do. But as a print rancher, man, I can't see anybody not needing one of these. So let's take a look at it. What it is, it's it's a ultrasonic knife is essentially what it comes down to. Let's put it to the test and see what happens. All right, this comes from a company called Hanboost. Hanboost, probably Hanboost. So you've got a nice little foam fit tray. I will say this thing fits in here so well, it's a real pain to get out. In fact, it's easier to take this out than get you leverage from the side to take it out the rest of the way. In this case here, you've got a bunch of the accessories here. If I can get it open, there we go. We got some extra bits and stuff, the USB-C charging case. Everything's magnetically, there's a magnetic clasp on everything, which is really nice in that, you know, it feels good, it snaps closed. You can't open it one-handed, though. That's kind of the problem. One thing real quick, and it's kind of a nitpick, the protective case they put on this thing, it falls off. It does not stay on the least, but you look at it wrong, it falls off. And that's a pretty wickedly sharp little blade. Granted, it's small, but it's still really sharp. So let's close this up. Let's move this off to the side, because this is what we're here to look at. We're here to look at this thing. Now, what you'll notice is if you go online and you look for it, and I will put a link down below, but if you go online and look for it, all the pictures show it as a super sleek thing like this. This is a rubber sleeve they put on it. And I think that was a really smart idea because I see a lot of these new techie kind of tools and they're slick. They're just too slick to hold on to. This makes it feel like a real tool. This was a necessity. I'm glad they did that. But we've got a bunch of different materials here. We got some paper products, some cardboard products, some stiffer cardboard. We got some PETG, some dead cell foam, some open cell, or was it expanded cell foam, or what do they call this stuff? And I've got some carbon fiber infused PETG. So we're going to see how it handles all of this kind of stuff. All right, to turn it on, you just press and hold that, and it powers up. See if you can see the display there. It says 2. It's kind of hard to focus on it. And you've got your power up and power down. So we can go up to 3. And then, oh, this is the light down here. It has a nice little ring light. That is kind of nice, honestly. It's fairly bright. I mean, this is a nice bright room and it's still got that. We'll leave that on. All right, we're going to do everything at 3 because why even bother, right? Here's the thing. It's on. It's running. I can't, can you hear it? I can't hear it. I can't even feel it, honestly. Let's take that off. Now let's do this first. Let's take this and we'll turn it off. All right. Now I'm going to set this. It'll probably sink right in because this is a fairly heavy tool. And there it sinks right to there. I'm just holding it like that. It's just sitting there like that. Now, if I want, let go. If I put it on the side, again, this is just resting on my hand. There we go. Now let's turn it on. And we'll take it up to 3. There we go. And we rest it right there. And nothing. Not the least bit. That's interesting. I haven't tested it like this before. Let's do this test. We'll put it right here. And we'll hold it. And is it even moving? It feels like it is, but just barely. So it doesn't feel like it does much with this. I do have it on 3, right? I do. Wow, so it's completely worthless on that. All right, let's put it on the cardboard. See how it handles the cardboard. This is on. I'm putting pressure on it, a lot of pressure. And I'm getting nowhere with it. What if I put it this way? We go in point first. Nothing. So why am I recommending this to somebody who's a 3D printer, right? Okay, well, let's turn it off. Let's grab some of the PETG. There it is. All right. And I'm putting pressure from on top. And that's what I get out of it, okay? I mean, it did something. It cut a little bit. Now, remember, it was off. We're going to turn it on. Take it to power level 3. Do the same thing. And that was just, there we go, we'll do it again, just holding it. I'm just keeping it upright. I'm not putting any pressure on it. How does it do that? Well, this is where the Sci-Fi part comes in and also doesn't. So my thought was, when I originally heard about this, is it would act like a multi-tool, and it would vibrate, just ultrasonically vibrate, and act like a little mini saw sawing its way through, moving that little microfine tip and stuff. What I think really happens is it creates ultra fast friction, and it becomes a hot knife, and just goes a hot knife without the heat. Like, I can put it against my skin. Whew, actually, it is hot. So there you go. That's what it is. It's a hot knife. All right, we'll try it on my my box for my iPad mini. Yep, nothing. How about if we put it on the carbon fiber? Let me turn the light on so you can see what's going on. Not a problem. What about the foam? Oh, wow. That is, holy cow, that is incredibly sharp. Let me turn it off. There, it's off. So you can see, of course it stabs right in. It was still probably hot. Let me blow on it. And you can see it still cuts, but it's more of a push than a slice. All right, one more bonus. I found this rogue piece of plastic laying around the shop. It goes to something that's nicely made. It feels like ABS. I don't know what it is, but I figure an ABS style plastic, let's see what it can do to that. Yeah, as I said, anything plastic, it can deal with. Here's something interesting. I was looking at it, I had that nice little slice in here, and I'm like, well, it's a hot knife. Can I use it for plastic welding? And the answer is yes. It would be better probably with the regular like spade kind of, or, you know, flat blade, like, you know, right angle flat blade like you used on a plastic welder, but it did close the hole back up. So, something to consider. So at the end of the day, is this something I would recommend? Depends, is what it really comes down to. Because I think it's not cheap, all right? I think it's $240, something like that. I'll put the link down below. You can take a look at it. There's other ones out there like this. I like the fit and feel. I think it's made really well. It's got, underneath the cap here, it's kind of hard to do one-handed. There we go. It's got a USB-C port as well as an Allen key, so you can change the blade with it, which is nice. I like the onboard tool stuff. The cap not fitting well. I could probably heat it up and squish it on there or something. I could probably fix that. I like that they added the rubber sleeve to it. The little case is nice. If you do a lot of crafting, if you do a lot of 3D printing, anything with plastics and foam and anything that a hot knife would work with, I think this will work as well or better than your standard hot knife. I can remember building dioramas out of closed cell foam for Warhammer 40K long time ago, and just going through razor blade after razor blade after razor blade. This would have made it so much simpler. So much simpler. If you do that kind of stuff, this is a no-brainer. For everything else, not so much. It's a cool tool. It's not quite sci-fi level, but it is still pretty cool. Anyway, if you like what we do, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.